zinc. But this has obomnesium, which causes you to forget history all the way back to 1776. So you forget American history. This mineral is really powerful. Squeezium, that helps the TSA do its job better. Squeezium. That's a nice trace mineral there. We've got hypnolium, dystopium, and even fukushimium for extra energy for your cells.
Ann Coulter agrees with that.
Yeah, she does. No, she should take this. This takes some Obama.
She said the Japanese should be thankful for their children dying of radiation.
Yes. We've got radon in here. That's useful for raw milk because the government conducts a raid on raw milk.
Well, plus they mine the stuff for the fluoride out of the uranium mine, so it actually has radon and stuff in it.
Yes, it does. Yes, and this is, of course, made in China, and it's probably all GMO, but it's not listed on the label.
Well, all I care about is that it not be organic. Obviously, GMO is what you need.
Apparently. But anyway, I'll leave that here for the studio in case you guys want to have fun.
And the great part about it is there's too many people, so it'll what reduces your life, you were saying, like at least 30, 40 years?
Oh, yeah. And plus, we've got the Feinsteinium mineral in here so that you live under tyranny. Actually, that was a government experimental mineral that was used to see if they could turn a female gargoyle into a U.S. senator. And they were successful.
Man, that stuff's incredible.
Am I going overboard here?
No, I think this is awesome. I mean, I'm realizing... Can you have like Obama Bites Plus later that has like Stalinisium?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Sure, we can have version 2, version 3, you name it. It will probably be USDA approved for the school lunch program.
Well, radiating it and spraying live viruses on it is, and of course, a lot of soft drinks have fire retardant in it that causes liver cancer.
But you can't use the word retardant. That's not politically correct.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it has to be fire impaired, I think, is the...
Or fire resistant.
Fire resistant. There we go. We got to watch our language here on your show.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was a racist. See, I just showed that it's there.
Well, apparently you are lacking hypnolium, which is in this formula. You need more hypnolium. That helps you watch CNN and believe it.
Instead of it being a really scary comedy.
A green screen.
Horror comedy. Special. CNN actually is like horror comedy. Oh, Zero Dark 30 didn't win an Academy Award. It should have for Best Fiction. Best Fiction Screenplay.
Of course. But anyway, speaking of fiction, we have the actual real news that I came here to break with you today.
Yeah. We're going to break in 3 minutes, so give us a preview of what's coming up.
Well, so we've uncovered a couple of big things happening. Number one, there's 2 stories I'm bringing here today. Number one is the FDA is being petitioned by the dairy industry to be able to change the definition of milk to include aspartame that's not listed on the label. Now,
that's almost as good as turning a gargoyle into a female senator.
Now, this story...
we were talking to the break. We are starting to go crazy. Stuff's getting so weird.
Well, what can you do? You got to laugh at it. You got to make fun of it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This story was...
All the Dead Kids isn't funny, though. I forgot.
This was written up. I think Activist Post first found this. We wrote it and just published it a couple hours ago also, giving them credit. But the petition is real. The dairy industry wants to put aspartame in eggnog, yogurt, milk, cream, half and half, all of that, without listing it on the label. Hidden. It's called an additive to change the identity of milk.
I think that's a great idea because I don't want to eat it and die of brain cancer. And all these big studies are coming out. CBS News had to admit last week that it is killing people, giving them type 2 diabetes. That's reasonable. Just like California supposedly voted down not knowing if something's GMO. I think that's reasonable. Well, I don't want to know if something
unreasonable about it.
I mean, I get a violent headache and then a migraine if I eat MSG, and they're able to hide that name. I think that's reasonable. Well, of course, I'm violently allergic to it, and I shouldn't be able to know.
And they argue that this is for the children.
Of course it is.
It's for the children. So they want the aspartame.
Well, you saw Michelle Obama on the Academy Awards.
Yeah,
I mean, she cares about the kids.
I didn't watch that, but I heard.
It's all about the calories, not about what you're eating. So I guess if, like, cyanide, say, had it's low calorie.
Well, mercury is low.
You never eat again. You die. I mean,
you have like mercury in the milk, like metal milk, liquid metal.
Long as it's low calorie.
There's hardly any calories in mercury. We should add it to Obama Bites, man.
Well, no, the Journal of Pediatrics actually says
Mercury's good for you.
Have you heard they want to put kids on serotonin reuptake inhibitors ahead of the vaccine? They say it makes the vaccine better.
More effective, yeah. Doubles the potency.
By the way, we're not joking. We've now reached total cuckoo land.
We're on the march.
Stay there.
Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filter today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
If you want an American company with American products made by Americans, here is the Cal Ben Soap Company. Alex and his staff have used these pure soap products for years. These all-natural soaps are made from the highest quality vegetable and coconut oils that are earth-friendly and safe. See them on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091 for a free catalog. Buy the 1 to 2 month sample package and enjoy soaps that are twice as good as what you're using now. Or save big with a 1 to 2 year supply of soaps for all your cleaning needs. This is an amazing deal. You can save thousands of dollars and you will love the way real soap makes you feel. See them on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091 for a free catalog.
A little over a year ago, I began to do a lot of research into why, even though I had a pretty good-sized meal, that I was still starving. And my research led me to a well-known fact that most of the soils that we grow our crops on here in the United States and across the industrialized world are almost completely depleted of almost all of the key minerals and trace elements that our bodies need to rebuild themselves, fight off cancer, and be healthy. I then searched out the best vitamin and mineral company out there and discovered Youngevity. The Youngevity products are designed to give you the real nutrition you need, and once you've got that, you don't have to eat as much to be satisfied. I've lost 37 pounds in 2 months, simply getting the vitamins and minerals I need. Check it out for yourself. It's incredible. Go to InfoWarsTeam.com today and order your first canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Complete Multivitamin Mineral Complex Dietary Supplement. That's InfoWarsTeam.com.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
All right, I promise, you know you're holding. Have your questions ready and we'll get to you. For everybody holding, I'm your host, Alex Jones. Mike Adams is here. Mike, we always have fun behind the scenes, and people are seeing that here. But some of what we were saying was joking. We weren't joking about last week. They were saying we want kids to take psychotropics because they help the vaccine work better. Doesn't matter, that doesn't make sense. Or the Journal of Pediatrics says mercury is actually good for your child's brain. And I can play that news clip. Again, there's several psychological tactics here, but on record, they do it to just totally freak people out, where the normalcy bias is so wild, the government could be barbecuing children in front of you and it would be normal. That's what the military drills are about. They admit is to acclimate us, because this system is run by scientific psychiatrists. And the truth is, though, they're a bunch of crazy people, and they came from domesticated megacities, most of them. That's their blind spot, is that most of these technocrats themselves are completely insane and can hardly wipe their own noses.
They are insane. If you took a classically trained doctor from just one generation ago, let's say somebody who went through med school in the 1970s or even the 1960s, if they could fast forward to today and look at this, they would think society is insane. They know you don't give vaccines to pregnant women. They know you don't dose up infants on psychiatric drugs. They know that infants shouldn't drink fluorosilicic acid, fluoride. So even the medical truth, the conventional scientific truth of medicine has been so contorted into an agenda of mass poisoning.
The insane now call us insane.
Absolutely, yeah. And the thing is, insane people always eventually self-destruct. So this insane system of medicine, the insane system of politics, the insane system of tyranny, of malnutrition, all of these things are going to implode.
We've just got to survive it.
That's exactly it. And economics and finance, of course, another insane system, derivatives. So the name of the game here for us and all of our listeners out there is to survive it, to simply, survival is victory. For the next 50 years, survival is victory. If you live through it, then you're
That's what I've always said. People think if your kids grow up and have kids, you had victory. Survival is victory.
That's exactly
Resistance is victory.
Yeah, right.
Simply just being there.
That and this is why it's so crucial for people to get out of the cities, but then to get into nutrition and grow as much of their own food as they can, supplement what they can't grow. Because, nutrition for patriots is a very powerful and very important concept. It is patriots who need to survive, who need to have the physical stamina, who need to have the sensitivity of vision at night.
We will inherit the earth.
Because we're the ones who are healthy and sane. That's it. The insane people in Washington, who by the way have never plowed a field, never milked a cow, nothing. They think they know what the real world is when they live in their palaces that are complete artificial.
And by the way, you're running news companies, health companies, all of this while milking goats and cows and chickens and getting to be an expert shot at 1,000 yards with a Barrett.
Well, the milking season for my goats is over right now, so I'm not milking the goats anymore. But I did milk the goats for many, many months and drank raw goat's milk. And for some reason, the government didn't come raid me.
That is so extreme. Whoa.
Yeah.
Guys, did you hit the delay just now? That profanity? Okay, you got it. Okay.
But yeah, my most expensive vehicle is a John Deere tractor, for real. It really is.
You've got a tractor? That's a terrorist right there.
Yeah, when you hook up a big 15-foot shredder to the back of it, it is kind of a terror weapon. It can really knock some things around. But yeah, when I'm not working, when I'm not writing content, I'm on my farm. That's what I do. That's what I would rather do, frankly.
That's another point. We could make our own armored vehicles pretty quick.
Actually, we could. What I like to do is I like to go buy the 1970 models, 70 through 79 John Deere tractors. Many of them were actually made just solid iron, well, not solid, but a lot of steel and iron in them, very little plastic and no circuits. So when you have an EMP attack from, let's say, North Korea, that's in the news right now, when all the electronics are
It'll be the globalists that do it, and blame them.
Still use your tractor. And if you store some fuel and you have a 1975 John Deere, you can still farm.
And then if things get bad, you just weld a steel cage around it, and you're ready for road warrior.
You are. Yeah, or you just park that sucker at, out your driveway as a barrier, or weld apparatus onto it, put yourself a gun port on that sucker, you have a John Deere 50 cal.
Well, here's the deal. The globalists are arming against us. They're acting like we don't know. And the public's just running around grabbing weapons saying we know they're evil. I mean, do they have any idea what they've done, these dumb little commies?
No. And also, I think liberals and gun grabbers, they think that someone can just pick up a firearm and immediately know how to use it. They think they'll be able to do it.
I've seen them on the White House petition dreaming about their new federal militia and how they're going to hunt us down.
Right. So funny. Really funny. The first time they get a jam, the war's over. Because the veterans and the patriots know how to, tap and rack, reload, clear a jam, do all this kind of stuff. And they also know how to shoot at long range. I mean, a typical 50 cal Barrett.
Well, no, they plan to sit in command centers and have drones go out and get us. But sorry, they don't have their robot army ready yet.
No. So they're not going to be nearly as effective as they think they are. They also think that a 9mm handgun will blow you physically across the room and out the window because that's what they see in their movies. They don't realize that's a very weak round.
Well, they do that to scare people from getting into guns.
Well, exactly. So, veterans and patriots with rifles, they are the backbone of America. And I know maybe you didn't mean for us to slip back into this topic, but that is the backbone of America, and that's what's going to restore.
Absolutely. Hit the health news. Hit the health news.
All right. So here we go. Some big breaking news on organics out of China. Now, organic.